Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. I got the GoPro today. I left the camera in my office, man. I don't feel like going back down there and getting it, man. I unlocked the house, unset the alarm, put the dog back. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. So I'm gonna be roughing it with the damn GoPro today. Okay, y'all, so this is a tree job right here that one of the customers, man, I don't even know if I want to fool with that, man. If it was winter time, I probably would, but those three trees, 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay, first thing I'm gonna look at, okay, we know we can get this small one right here pretty easy. So there's 4 of them. You got a rotten one back there too. So you got a power line or cable line right there, but then you got the power lines running down the street. I'm not gonna want to do it, man. If it were winter time, I probably would consider it, but I'm not. I'd have to have. I mean, you would have to bring them. For me, I'd have to drop them, and the reason why I don't want to commit to or even think about it, number one, I'm super busy with the lawns. Number 2 is this tree right here. The only way to drop it is to bring it down right here. You can't go that way with it, but you'll hit this tree. You can't go that way with it, but you got power lines. You can't come. You could come this way. It's the only way you're gonna be able to drop them, which is it'll put them all out here in the middle of that. So yeah, so that quick, man. And you know, this is a regular customer of mine too, that his dad's, and he was just giving me the option. So I ain't interested in that, man. So clumps, man. I ain't got no clumps like that, dog. Wow. That yard does not look that good, dude. I'll pan back up the hill behind us. Yeah. Damn, Cam. You could have done better than that, man. That's all you. I'm gonna tell. Okay, y'all, so I ain't getting no footage today, man. I'm sorry, man. I just couldn't. We got way too much to do. Getting caught in these little pop-up storms. Yeah, so we're done, though. We did $800 something today. And it's 2:30 right now. I just dropped Cam off. I bought him lunch today, so he did good, man. There's a lot. We're having to do a lot of little stuff, man. We've had some storms and stuff here, the wind blowing, and be a lot of crap on the ground, and we've got to get these yards done, man, so I can stay on task, man. So I don't know what kind of footage I'm gonna, you know, I don't know. But sometimes it's just like that, man. We have to. Got to stay on schedule. That's the biggest thing. And playing with the camera, man, it can hold you up. It can hold you up, and it also makes me well, I slip up and I might not do something on a property while I'm playing with the camera. And but we'll sometimes just need Sometimes I need a minute to off that shit for a minute, man, so I can because the business is number one. So, and us getting done is critical. And us getting done at a decent time is even more critical, because I'm not wanting to be out here till 5 or 6 every day because I'm playing with the camera. So, but we're having to do a lot of extra stuff on the properties because, number one, they're soaking wet. Number two, we had storms, a lot of branches and twigs and stuff down. And I'm having to double cut just about every one of them. And then I'm having to go back over them again. Not all of them, but, and, you know, get the clumps up. So, yeah, man. I got my neighbor down here calling me. He wants me to pull some posts up and drill some. Yeah, so, you know, not much of a video the last couple of days. It just, like I said, I've just been too busy, man. But we'll get back to it tomorrow. We ought to be back on task tomorrow, man. But right now, I got to get out of this truck, man, and deuces. Okay, y'all. Like I said earlier, I did not get a lot of footage. I got a couple things going on, though. Well, number one thing I hate doing is this morning when I left, we did the Mexican restaurant, and I forgot to print off the invoice. So I couldn't get a check because they got to have a paper invoice. The only customer I got out of all the customers I have that require a freaking paper invoice. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. So I got to go look at a job. I mentioned yesterday that I had a lady that, well, she wants me to give her a quote. So I got a feeling I'm not going to really want to work for her, but we'll just have to see. We go in here and get this invoice dropped off to them, and then on the way back, I will stop by and get and look at that job. But she sounds like she's going to be kind of hard to deal with. So it's the same lady that I told you guys about yesterday. But we'll just have to, I mean, yeah. But we had a pretty good day today. We didn't do as much as we've been doing. So I had one guy come in the comments and was asking me, so how many yards did you do to get that 1,000? You know, what was it, yesterday? Well, I mean, I could easily say I don't know because I don't really know exactly how many yards. I mean, I could look at the books and tell you. I could look at the list and tell you how many yards we did, but then you got to include spraying too. And when I spray, that doesn't take any time. I mean, I do that on the mower while I'm riding the property on the mower. So that's, but I don't know, you know, what's more important is how long does it take you to get that $1,000 instead of how many yards you do to get that $1,000. Because again, it doesn't matter how many yards you do. Like I told them in the comments, you know, I know people that do 25 and 30 lawns a day every day, and they don't make that much money. They make money, but they don't make $1,000, and they're counting the yards. It could be their pricing. It could be that's what they're focused on is how many yards they can do in a day. I don't care how many yards I do in a day. I mean, if I do 3 and make $1,000, I'm gold, right? I mean, but over the years, people have always coming at me talking about, well, man, you ain't doing but 5 or 6 lawns. Well, it's hard to, if the 5 or 6 lawns are paying freaking $300 each, okay, I like that. So you can't really, you know, I don't know. I just don't get caught up in it. Now, sometimes in the morning time when I'm looking at the list, I'll count the list. Today we did, and it really went, when I tell you how many lawns we do, it doesn't tell you anything. Literally nothing. It doesn't. What does it tell you? If I tell you I do, you know, 30 lawns a day, that don't tell you nothing. If I tell you I do 10 lawns a day, that don't tell you nothing. Because a lawn, 1 yard can be really big or 1 yard can be really small. There's not really a lot of, I don't know, man. I like facts. you know, and I don't mean, I like things that are definite, and money amount is definite. The amount of yards you do is not definite because they're not all the same size. So you got to be aware of that. I mean, you know, okay, I did 30 lawns. That sounds good on paper, right? But if I only freaking, you know, did $800, then it doesn't sound that great. Then that's just, you know, I don't know why people put so much emphasis on how many yards you do. You know, it's irrelevant. How much money you make is all that matters, and what it costs you to get that money. That's my thinking. And I have a disclaimer: I'm not a business major or nothing like that, but I know how to make money out here. I hate this right here though. And see, I don't like to go a day or two and then pop up over here with an invoice. I got to give them the invoice the day of service, because I don't like confusion. And lucky I had to go back out and look at this job anyway. So yeah, and I may just drop the invoice off and pick a check up tomorrow. I know the other day, I don't mean to change the subject. Y'all know the other day when I had the skid on this job. I had it on skid on this job right here. Look. Boy, that looking good right there, man. Looking real good. I know the owner's loving it. See, this is the main road right here. So I'll be back over there. I'll be back over there in a couple of days, man. It's rained every day, so we'll let the impact, the ground impact, dry up some. I never even noticed this wall out here, and I ride by here every day, 2 and 3 times a day. I know he's wanting to get that cleaned up. I know I was. See, I'm hitting all the traffic right now. I hate stuff like this, where I got to print an invoice to get paid. Stuff like this on a $70 lawn. Stuff like this makes me want. I'll drop a customer behind stuff like this, making it too hard for me to get paid. You know, and you know, and then when if I print the invoice off in the morning before I go to work, then I give it to them when well, number one, they're usually not there when I get there, because I try to do the restaurant really early. It can take me 30 minutes to get up here, man. That shit drives me crazy, y'all. So you can take that $70 lawn and now it's a $50 lawn, you know, because of this right here. Can't stand it, man. I saw a video where a guy was talking about, you know, 10% profit is good. And I want to make sure that I understand, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a business major. Are you saying that every time, when you say 10%, are you saying that every time you make $1,000 that you're only making $100 profit? Y'all correct me, is that what that means? Because I'm at 40, 50, 60% profit. And, you know, I mean, it just doesn't cost me that much to run. So I couldn't imagine being 10%. Like, that's a good thing. That is not good. Usually if I do $1,000, give or take, after I pay for everything, I'm still at $500 or $600 profit for that $1,000. Now, when I do the lawn maintenance, the profits aren't quite as good as a skid, but I don't have an $85,000 machine on site either. But that's what I bought the machine for. So really bought it to make my life easier, and it has done that for sure. God, I can't believe it's taking so long to get up here. See, stuff like this just drives me absolutely batty, y'all. But Cam did his first yard today just about solo. We were in the neighborhood and we got done with one, and it's a big one, and there's a lot of mowing and stuff there, and there's usually a lot of weed eating, but I've been spraying over there. They've been paying me to spray. So today he didn't have to weed eat anything in the back. And so when after he got done weed eating the front and he was wandering around in the back looking for something to do, I said, hey man, go on and hop on that other mower and carry it over and run it down the street over there to that big backyard that we do, and go on and start cutting it. Put it on 2.5 and just start cutting that back. And by the time I got done with that one, so now we're doing like two properties at the same, because normally he'd be waiting in the truck for me 15, 20 minutes. And instead, he spent that 15, 20 minutes on one of my machines mowing the next property. And that's the benefit of that I'm always talking about when you can run the second truck. Even though we couldn't run the second truck today, and Cam can't drive the second truck, but being in my neighborhood, he can ride a lawnmower from one job to the next. So that made us really efficient. But by the time I got over there to that bigger one, he was already done with the back. So I feel pretty confident, extremely confident, that I could send him over there to do that one by himself. I don't know why is everybody going so slow. See, and I'm never out this time of day. It's 4:30, man, and it's just ridiculous. You can't get anywhere. And that's another reason why I like to get off at 2 o'clock, man. Because hell, it's taking me 20 minutes to get 5 miles. I ain't there yet. Anyway, yeah. So, but Cam did good, man. He really did. He's doing really good out here. Unbelievable, man. So I get there. Unbelievable, guys. So I get there. I give him the invoice, and he goes back to the back to cut the check. I tell him, I'm gonna go fill my truck up and get fuel while I'm right here. So we got the $1 Million Street tomorrow, and he's like, okay. So 15 minutes later, I pull back up there to grab the check, and we're talking about $70. We're not talking about, and he's like, I got bad news. I'm like, what? He said, we don't have any more checks. We won't have no more checks until Friday. So all that was just a waste. And I'm not concerned about them paying me or not. That's not what my concern. My concern is the time sucking activity here. I hate that, man. I just hate. I do. I just hate being, I don't know, man. So anyway, I'm gonna ride up by here. I'm gonna look at this job right here, and I'll text her when I get there. I don't know the exact address. She gave it to me, though. I'm gonna have to get the address. But yeah. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all, so I looked at that. That's not going to be something I'm going to want to do. And they turned out to be, you know, really nice people. And I tried to explain to them, you know, why they're having such a hard time getting people to do it. I told them what I do is I come over here and I'll charge $1,400 a day to run the skid. I think it'd take, you know, a day and a half. I said, but they have to have a dumpster. But I don't no more think I'm gonna get that job. I really don't even want it. I was just, you know, I could do it, but I don't have enough labor for all that, man. Not with all the rain that we've had and everything. It's just too much to take on. When I got 2 open skid jobs right now that I'm doing, and 2 more on the schedule, and I don't see a day in sight that I'll be able to do them because the rain and everything. So yeah, man, it's been a good project to do though. If it was wintertime, I'd jumped on that, but I pretty much just told them, well, I pretty much told them what they didn't want to hear. Apparently, and I don't know, I've never heard of that. Maybe some of you guys can come in the comments and tell me. So the contractor back there that did the dry bed back there, the dry runoff bed in the back, he's a local guy, and I know him. Well, I don't know him, but I know of him. And they do stuff like that, right? That's all they do. They don't do lawn maintenance. So I was asking myself, so why don't y'all just get the people that did that thing in the back, you know, to do this? And they looked at me, and I'm like, because they were telling me what a great job he did, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, hell, that's right up his alley. He's got all the equipment to do that and everything. He's probably expensive. Well, I know he's expensive. They said they paid like $8,000 in the back there for that dry creek bed. So I'm just thinking to myself, man, some people just don't value their time. Now, I went over there and looked at it because it's right close to my house and I was out. And I told her I would. That's the main reason why. I come look at it. And I mean, there's so many things there that, and you think that homeowners would know some of this stuff, but they don't. I'm giving them game because they're nice people, man, and they're you know, they've had 2 people come out and start this job, and they fired both of them. And those 2 people pulled up out there, you know, didn't even have a machine. And I told them, I said, if you got somebody coming over here to do this job right here, and they don't have a machine, I wouldn't even, I don't want to talk about it any further with them. You're just wasting your time. Nobody's going to tell you, and this is what I told them, nobody's going to tell you that they can't do it. Not if, the only people that's going to tell you they can't do it are going to be people like me that has the machines and stuff to do it. And they know what it takes to do something like that. And the time it takes. I was telling them, I said, man, if I back drag that with my skid, they ain't going to tell them what I'm going to run into. And I said, that's why I wouldn't want to give you a hard number. And the husband says, oh, there's nothing in there. So then we're walking around looking, and you know, and we're just conversating, like talk. And I said, well, what's this right here? And oh, what's this right here? Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, I didn't see that either. Yeah, they're valves for freaking irrigation. You know, I mean, so you can't get in there with a skid and back drag it. And apparently the guy that did he's a landscaper, he did the dry creek bed in the back. He told them that you should never put fabric under mulch. Put it under rock, but not under mulch. I will say, and some of you guys can chime in, I will say I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. So never. What do you guys think about that? Is that true? I've never heard of that. The first thing they need to do is get a dumpster over there, because you're not going to find nobody to haul all them rock out of there that's not going to have to make 2 or 3 trips through the dump. Shoot, there's probably 10 tons of rock, dirt, debris that need to get picked up, hauled out. I'm not going to do that with a with a dump trailer, and it makes sense. I'm just telling them, you know, how a contractor thinks. Well, right now, man, that was just, you talking about time management, time efficient, that was just a total waste of your time right there. Yeah, the only thing that was a waste of my time was going down there to get that stupid check and not being able to get it. That was a waste of my time. So that's what a waste of my time was. Going over there talking to them people, well, I'm not going to get the job. To be quite frank with you, I really don't even want the job after I saw it. But I learned a lot, and I learned what people they told me. I asked them flat out. So what y'all have to pay for that dry creek bed? So I always like to know. Well, y'all know me, man. I want to know how much shit costs, man. You know, people that don't know that is in this game that don't want to know what things cost. It's ridiculous, man. I always want to know what shit costs. And they told me $8,000 for the dry creek bed, and I was looking. I'm like, that's a nice little chunk of money, but you got $2,000 in rock. So we get in here, get things ready for tomorrow. Going to get the schedule printed off and everything. It's gonna be me and Cam again tomorrow, and Friday I don't really know yet. Maybe have 2 guys out here on Friday. I don't know for sure. I got to get through tomorrow first, man. So yeah, y'all, I kick it, y'all, kick it.